The Humanities Reflection Notebook is an important tool that students and parents can use to help gauge the student's progress in acquiring the Ohio 5th grade reading and social studies standards. Inside the front cover of the notebook, students have their Achieve 3000 graph. This graph represents the students' first try scores on Achieve 3000 comprehension quizzes. Because Achieve 3000 is an adaptive learning software and students are reading articles at their independent level rather than everyone reading at the same grade level, we aim for the majority of the scores to be at the 88% range. Students can log into their Achieve 3000 account at any time to share with their parents the articles they have read. Opposite this graph is a cover page for the notebook that explains the purpose and organization of the notebook. It is helpful for parents to take the time to read this information before looking at the contents of the notebook. Pages 2 and 3 of the notebook include the table of contents. Students can utilize this to easily find the lesson they're working on. Our units flip back and forth between informational text and literature. The order in the table of contents is the order the lessons will be taught. So we start with key ideas and details in informational text, then move into key ideas and details in literature. At the end of each quarter, the student's reading rewards record will be printed for him or her and glued in on pages 4 and 5. At the end of the year, this will provide a comprehensive listing of all the books the student read and reviewed. Pages 6 through 9 will eventually have QR codes that will lead to flipbooks. These online books will document the student's social studies learning throughout the year. We focus the beginning of the year on establishing routines and getting reading up and running. Social studies content will begin to emerge at the start of second quarter. The tab pages found on 10 and 11 and 40 and 41 are used to separate text types. The academic talk list are words that we are regularly using as we discuss these types of texts. The tabs will be used for students to record their quarter grades. Each standard has its own 2-page spread in the notebook. In the top left corner, you will see the standard, the learning target, and a table for the student to document his or her evidence of skill acquisition. The first line is always set aside for the core reading weekly assessment. During core reading each week, we focus on a specific standard. Each Monday, the students take an assessment over this skill in Schoology. After the tests have been graded, the student records his or her scores in this table. Other items that might go in this table are unit assessment grades, iReady online assessment scores, teacher scores based on observation, Achieve 3000 scores, or any other assessment measure that the teacher can use as evidence that the student can understand and apply the concept. The rest of the page is set aside for application station practice work. In the Schoology Humanities course, parents can click on Application Station to learn more about how students spend this time each week. Every student learns differently and can show their learning in different ways. These are just a few examples of what this work might look like. The goal of the Humanities Reflection Notebook is to provide a tool that students will have to easily track their progress and for parents to have a clear idea of ways that they can support their child at home. Your child is welcome to bring his or her Humanities Reflection Notebook home at any time for you to look at.